You've got life going on in this planet, and you have to protect yourself. It's only smart thinking. So, religious ways are, different religions, of course, and if your religious belief system doesn't allow you to do that, who cares what your pediatrician thinks? Your pediatrician doesn't know anything about health and can't make your children healthy. That's the problem. You must take responsibility for your own self and your children and learn about health, and that's what you're learning on this channel. How you get yourself healthy, your kids healthy, and learn about the herbs. That's what God gave us to make ourselves healthy. For God's sake. But really, learn the use of herbs and the diets and get yourself and your children healthy, and you never have to live in fear. We live in fear, so we pay what? $500 a month, $1,000 a month for health insurance? What? Let's see, I'm going to start your detox kits again. Last one I sabotaged it. Please give us some tips on not sabotaging detox. Thank you for being such an inspirator. Thank you very much, Lisa. Portland, Oregon. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, you know what? You live in the moment. You don't care. You did good at the time. All right. I don't expect everybody to be like some of these super guys. You got some of you guys watching this YouTube that are doing very well. You're more like I was. But I live in a more real world now. I realize a lot of people can't be always perfect. And don't beat yourself up. Don't waste the time. And you don't have to go back. If you haven't dewormed yourself in a few years, then deworm yourself again. But basically, go straight on forward. Keep on going, Just keep on going. Go the kidneys, go the adrenals, go the lymphatics, and go after that GI tract. So if you go after the endocrine glands, you're going after your kidneys, you're going after your GI tract, and your lymph system, you are at the core of why 90% of the problems exist head to toe in the human body. So really, that's a good focus. If you need to grab the lungs, or you need to get up in the brain with upper circuit, or brain and anything like that, then study the herbs that are good for that, or however you wish to do that. That's what the herbs are for. If you look at herbs as nutrient-rich, tissue-specific, I don't even want to use the word remedies, because they're food sources. The FDA does classify herbs as foods because they are foods. The chemistry in them makes them specific to different tissues in the body, but that's why the Supreme Being designed that. I mean, we're not talking about an ignorant Supreme Being, so that's the beauty of them. And use them to clean and restore the health of cells and clean the fluids. That's your focus. It's a positive focus, and it's a focus that will lead you into vibrancy and health and higher consciousness. And that's really the bottom line to it, I think. For those that keep on wallowing and playing on the planet, you can't lose sleep over that. Okay, have fun. This is a Toys R Us place, if you will. Professor Spira. Greetings, Brother Morse. Have enjoyed your videos. Thanks. Thank you, my friend. I've been on Eritis for... I wanted to show you that card for that reason. You were the one I read. You've been in Arnold Eritis for 9 years. Pretty darn good, man. Cured many elements as far as daily migraines, bronchitis. Now, Arnold Ehret is a fruitarian thinker. And his books are real cheap. The Mucus Diet Healing System, Rational Fasting. They're cheap books, but great information, great knowledge, and gives you an insight like what we're talking about here. You had sleep apnea, allergies, that's all the stuff, absolutely. I'm a jazz trombonist. Yeah, baby. And I'm co-lead a band called the Breatharian Ensemble. Yeah! Yeah, you're cool already, Professor. I love that. Yeah, I love your name. The Good News Musically. I love that. Over the years, I've done long fast, 6-month fruit juice fast. I mean, it didn't kill you? Yeah, you know how good you felt. And raw fruits and veggies. A couple of months ago, I hit a healing crisis and began fasting. Now, he did water, grape, lemon, and orange. I've also done daily lemon enemas. I don't know if I go with that, my friend, but, I would take a break from that. You're overtaxing the GI tract. Too much astringent down in the rectal area and the sigmoid area, and that's really where little absorption has taken place anyway. That you've really done enough there. You could irritate that after a while, I suppose. But you found it invaluable. Okay. Two areas that have yet to heal are my eyes and flat-footedness. Are you the one that asked me about flat-footedness? Let me see. Part 3. In short, after 9 years of being what some call hardcore, I am anxious to lose my... Yeah, hardcore, but that's really the way we should all be eating, isn't it? I am anxious to lose my glasses and foot appliance for good. The residue of my former 280 pounds. Wow. Good job, man. What would you suggest for... You know what? I'm really one that would focus on the parathyroid in your case. Even though you're a fruitarian thinker, I'd probably jump into some seaweed and probably some kelp and stuff. But I'd really pop that up. Maybe do maybe a green drink or two a day on top of the fruits and raws. I mean, you know, spread that separately, but during the day. I think you're on the right track in that way. I don't know. You know what I found? Even on the raw like that, we're such a state of weakness that the botanicals are the keys. So you might try botanicals with that now, get into the kidneys and limbs. I don't know what your eyes look like, so I can't tell. But certainly there's suggestion of some parathyroid weakness where the skeletal system is misaligned. But then again, you can get into the lower back, you get into the kidneys, blah, 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 blah. So you clean the kidneys, you get the adrenals up, you get the lymph moving, you get the parathyroid up, so you utilize calcium, and everybody starts restructuring and strengthening. And I've given you many cases, cool cases, of someday I'll try to get some of these videos that Fox News and some other news people have shot on us. I'll try to get them up for you. We're just so busy, I just don't have the time. But keep working in that way, you know. I think you're on the track. But try another level. You know, kick up on some herbs and get the kidneys, get the lymph. Definitely think about the endocrine glands, though, in your case. I would definitely consider that. But I still say kidneys and adrenals are going to be another area that will help you to establish some ability to regenerate better. This one question is about gout. And I was just talking to a guy who has a ton of sulfur in his eyes, and he's always had gout. But I've worked with, I have my own research here, and to a certain degree, and this has been one of my big pet loves, is looking at the sulfur in people and the amount of fungal or gout issues that they have. And boy, that's hand in hand here. So you want to detox your lymph system for sure. You can use Parasite-M and stuff to keep down fungus, but remember, it's not only protein that causes uric acid, it's fungus. Fungus leaves uric acid crystals in the body. So people that have a lot of candida problems have high uric acid problems. So again, you could use Parasite-M or some type of parasitic formula for fungus and get that fungus under control. At the same time, you got to move lymph to get rid of the uric acid, and start get the kidneys filtering, get the adrenals up so you metabolize your sugars properly. If you have orange in your eye and you have sulfur, pull on your gut, start cleaning all this out, and then you'll start getting remedy from all this. I had a guy that flew in, I can't remember where he's from, been very wealthy, flew all around the world, had gout like nobody's, was so bad he was debilitated from it, couldn't walk hardly, been around the world. And what was it, 3 months, I had it all out of him. So, this is where we have to be in our health care today in every country and on this planet. We have to get to these higher levels. There's too much suffering to play anymore in the ridiculousness of allopathy. And, homeopathic's okay. Let's let allopathic become homeopathic, like basically what happened in Europe. A lot of the good MDs became homeopathists. Better place to be, less harmful, a better place to be. And then a lot of those, let's become true naturopaths. And let's take all the naturopathic medicine, I want to be medical doctor freaks, and let's get them on at this higher level of naturopathy. And I'm telling you, we'll cure the world. And we'll have some happy people. Instead of shooting each other, we'll hug each other. Nothing like it. So work on that. Work on that. She needs to stop doing what caused it, eating an acid diet. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Anna. Channel 139, down Highway 9. Yeah. Sounds like a blues. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I've been on a journey of change ever since blood tests showed I was headed for type 2 diabetes. Adrenal glands, adrenal glands. If I didn't change my ways after hearing Dr. Neal talk on reversing diabetes, I decided to give up sugar. Now, how could you give up sugar? Sugar, baby. You mean complex sugar, like polysaccharide sugar. You mean like sucrose type of sugar. I decided to give up sugar and began my own juice: apple, carrot, celery stick, whole lemon juice, 1/2 grated fresh ginger. Sounds like a good drink to me to heal up my body. I lost 10 kilos and didn't need to take high blood pressure tablets after all. So there's your link, guys. She's talking about her kidneys, but she's talking about her adrenals. See how those two are intertwined? And so she's got to really get her kidneys cleaned up. I think this is a female. And get her adrenals up. That'll control the blood sugars properly, and she'll start filtering her lymph system, because that's the other thing sneaking up on her. Our time only got 5 minutes with you guys. Oh well, time goes fast. But I'm getting through the stack, but I got a much bigger one to go through this week. I'll get caught up. If starch is polysaccharide, what do you call cellulose? Polysaccharide. As far as I'm informed, cellulose is also a polysaccharide. It just takes longer to digest. Yeah, I mean, the more complex structures you have, yes. That's why herbivores have 4 stomachs. We only have 1. It's not a good case for vegetarianism in the human species, is it? No, because we're frugivores. And so, but fruit's bad for you too. I mean, people making these claims are out of touch. That's all I can tell you. And what happens, we talked about that with the liver and all that, transmuting fructose, this kind of crap. How do you feel about tanning beds for us up north? I don't feel tanning beds. You get what sun you can when you can, man. You're in a hostile environment. I like saying that because I'm from up north, you know. But yeah, absolutely. But scared about tanning beds. You be very careful. Be very careful, because those people that have a lot of acidosis in their body, a lot of subcutaneous toxicity that's under the skin, the epidermis here and dermis, that's going to throw you some basals maybe, and that's what's happening. You know, people are getting some skin cancer from this, and you want to be real careful. Not a way to go, I don't think. Like I said, maybe get some full spectrum lights in your house where you turn them on for a while or something, and you get some full spectrum lighting where you're not getting too close to it. But I wouldn't overdo it. Get out in no matter what the sun is, get out into the light. It's all about the light anyway. You have to realize that. You ever notice the closer to the sun you get, the cooler it is, not the hotter it is? It's all about the light, and the light and atoms. Green tea, where's the book Lemonade Fast? 10 cups of distilled water, 1.5 cups of lemon juice. Perfect. Good. I'm glad you put that on there. I forget what it is. You know what? My head is constantly spinning. So I don't know. Discuss moles. Yeah, a lot of people talk about the moles. We went into that on the video this morning earlier. Fruit sugars feed cancer. I'm not going to even address this anymore. This is I've addressed this, you know, in previous cases where you must understand what causes cancer. And I think this is the biggest thing that people must learn. We must become factual in understanding what cancer is. And if we can still consider cancer a disease, you will never understand the reality of it and the reality of life. And you've got to get out of this idea of cancer as a disease. It is simply a damaged cell. I mean, go back to a short segment that CNN ran here several years ago, and they went to a biochemist, and they interviewed this biochemist. This was on CNN, national broadcast,